Congratulations, you've unlocked All Apologies, a show about apology tours and demanding satisfaction. I'm your host, Trucker Andy, and with me, as always, it's your co-host.
He's a fucking Chad.
It's Joe Sixpack, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
666.
All right. Don't forget to go to allapologiespodcast.com to find the links to our Patreon, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook. So please go there, like, comment, subscribe, demand apologies, issue apologies, refuse apologies. And the one thing we're still asking is for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel because Andy Impossible Burger is burning up Instagram at this point. And there's going to be a lot of reasons to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
I've been talking to AI a lot about how to set this up and the best way to feature it the way that we want to. And you might not realize this because we usually record the episodes a week apart, but we're doing this only a couple days later, so I don't have an Impossible Burger this week, but I did feature one for at this point. There was one on episode 600 of WATP. Mm-hmm. So hopefully the word is getting out about the game because I think it's going to be a lot of fun for everybody. And but we might have to do some lives where we reveal the winners. I think it'd be fun to do it on a live stream. So just it's in the works, but it's in development.
I had a lot of fun with it when we did it the other day, and I was trying to guess who's who. Yes. And I thought it was great. So looking forward to it.
Yes, thank you, Joe. Very good at yes-anding is Joe Sixpack. So
sometimes,
yeah. And so please follow us on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube to keep up with what's going on with the game. But this week, we just did the part 2 of episode 6 of Master. It's fucking batshit, everybody. If you can't believe the mental gymnastics that people are, but it's like Olympic gold medal, Special Olympic mental gymnastics happening over on episode 6 of Master, where they just can't. They can't nail a pimp down. You can't keep a good pimp down, Joe. Mm-hmm. They're doing everything they can to.
If you want to pull your hair out in frustration over somebody reinventing the past to make themselves the hero, go check out Master episode 6 part 2 because it's infuriating.
Yeah. If you want to get mad about ever attempting to get laid, then having a skank come over and make out with you, and then when you try and get her alone, she calls you a rapist.
Yeah, you'll become an incel instantaneously. So if you're not a British millionaire and famous, don't even try and jump into the dating pool because you'll just be insanely frustrated.
Unless you're not, then none of the rules apply. If you're a good-looking person,
all right. If you got all the
666.
Yeah.
If you got all the 6s, then maybe you have a shot. But if not, just go to Greenland now.
Yeah. Just cut your balls off, loser.
But Andy, what are we talking about today? What'd you put together for us?
We're talking about yet another pimp. one of the biggest pimps to ever take control of the nation's capital.
Yeah.
We're talking about Mayor Marion Barry, mayor of Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And I know you've heard of
Ford. I know Ed's idol is the mayor of Toronto. What's his name? Ford.
Rob Ford. Rob Ford was the greatest crackhead ever.
Yeah.
Marion Berry is the second greatest crackhead ever.
We covered Rob Ford early on, didn't we?
Yes. Yeah.
When it was just audio only, I think.
Yeah, you did. And it's a shame that he's dead. But I thought Marion Berry was dead too.
We still have Marion Berry.
These guys are both crackheads, both mayors, both dead. But one looks like Chris Farley, and one looks like Craig's dad on Friday.
John Witherspoon, the late John Witherspoon.
Also dead.
Yeah.
Crackhead.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't. But right, you guys nailed it. When you're talking about slimy politicians, of course, the names are going to come up in this: Rob Ford, Anthony Weiner, classic scumbags. Who was that other guy?
Elliot Spitzer.
He doesn't come up in this story, but perfect example. So this is not what this story is going to end up being, Joe. You have no idea where we're going with this, but this is what
is re-election part of it.
Yeah. So this is what we all already know in clip one.
Mayor Barry has been arrested on drug charges.
Mayor Barry was arrested last night at the Vista Hotel in downtown Washington.
Mr. Mayor, do this really? You put your hands on the wall. Please put your hands on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the clip's so quiet. The old footage is really hard to
put your hands on the wall. We could hear it.
But so Marion Berry is, according to him, lured upstairs by a woman of the night with a pocket full of crack. And
that's what they do. That's where you find crack.
Yeah. She forces it into his hand and it holds a gun to his head and tells him if he doesn't smoke it, she's going to murder his family. So the cops, it's an obvious setup. It's a sting operation because they have a camera in a suitcase. If you're listening, you can see black and white footage of, the hooker's wig is covering a giant camera that Marion Berry is too stupid to see.
If you listen closely, you could hear Marion Berry saying,
"I'm just about that action, boss."
Yes. You can also hear him say, "That bitch set me up," in clip 2, Ed.
Video would emerge of the FBI sting operation at the Vista.
And of course, it was an unbelievable scene. The mayor there taking puffs off of a crack pipe at a hotel.
This goddamn bitch set me up like this. Set me up. Ain't gonna.
They come running in. It's not like he's Usain Bolt. I think you're gonna catch him. It'll be okay.
He was probably trying to flush crack down the toilet. They were probably trying to
I guess
smash the toilet with a sledgehammer so that he couldn't dispose of the evidence. But
they come bursting in, and Mary Berry's like,
"Sorry for party rocking."
Yeah, he's totally party rocking in Hotel California
with hookers.
Yeah, this is take any scenario of your imagination of what you would think somebody smoking crack with a hooker in a hotel room would be, and it's exactly this. This is, without seeing it, you already know what to conjure in your brain. But I don't know to what extent this is a setup. This what I got this footage from, the video that I clipped, is saying, he was set up for this. I don't know what is it called? Entrapment.
Okay.
I don't know to what degree this is entrapment, but people are gonna defend Marion Berry to their last breath.
Well,
there's to find out.
There's a sting, right? Like a sting would be a setup, but then entrapment would have been like, I would have never smoked that crack had she not offered me crack.
Yeah, it's not like I was trying to get crack. You offered me crack, and I was polite and said, "I'll have a little, thank you."
Yeah,
I will say this about crack. In all of my years, I have never been. You know what? Today's the day I do crack.
Yeah, right.
Oh! It's here. Oh, let me give it a shot. Like
you're just a casual crackhead.
No, I'm not. That's the thing.
Nobody is. It's not possible.
I'm just open to new experiences, like smoking crack.
Yeah, I don't normally do this on the first date, but here's your
look at you now.
Here's your $75, and I'll have one blowjob and one crack.
Hi, my name's Neil Gaiman.
1 rock of crack, please.
Right. So we don't know how often Marion Barry does this. To hear him tell it, everything that happens to him is the first time anything has ever happened to anybody. Whether it's getting busted by the cops or smoking crack or even stalking your ex-girlfriend. This guy is pushing 70 at best, if not older than that. And he's parked outside of an old Flames house to a point where the people in the house become suspicious and call the cops. And it's all just one big misunderstanding, Joe. Put 3.
It's been more than 4 days of drama since Barry's arrest at Anacostia Park, and the U.S. Park Police are still declining to publicly disclose the arrest report by an officer.
Oh, I thought that was Robert Johnson.
John Seneca.
Park Service Police has caused great pain in my family, in this community, in the nation. If this inappropriate arrest had not
You're a mayor.
we wouldn't be going.
You can see it. He smokes it every morning. Every fucking morning.
What are you saying? His lips are blistered? What do you mean?
Just look how wild his eyes are. He can't keep his sentence going. Crackhead.
He is beloved. He's beloved by a large cross section of people. He is.
So was OJ.
He's retroactively.
I think in DC it was like Doug Williams and Marion Berry.
But guess what? Rob Ford was beloved too, and he was a shit show. We should try and feature him again. I have an idea where we go back and do the non-video episodes again, especially some of the earlier one, like Michael Richards and Johnny Depp. Like we came out of the gate with the best ones. With not.
We really have to be careful with Michael Richards. I'm just saying. Just saying.
I'm not going to be like pro Michael Richards on the episode.
Yeah, the only one that I might struggle with would be Michael Vick, because I was very pro Michael Vick.
Yeah, I disagreed with you on that one. I still do.
I think he was set up. I think he was covering for his friends. But anyway,
we know what you think. Tell it to Luigi Mangione. All right, let's hear more about the complete lack of evidence of a 70-year-old man sitting outside of his girlfriend's house, his ex-girlfriend of, say, 15 plus years at least.
Prosecutors say there wasn't enough evidence to formally charge Barry with stalking an estranged girlfriend, Donna Watts Brighthawk, seen here in the pink dress back in April. Barry said people close to him.
I thought that was Jackie O.
He was a stalker, and even his elderly mother was affected.
This could have caused her, she's 92 years of age. Could have caused
There's
her
Joe Seneca.
a stroke because of the trauma of it all.
His mom's still alive?
Yeah, his mom is like over 90 at this point.
See, crack. She's probably on crack too. She's running on crack.
Yeah. She's all like, it's like green tea and whitefish in the Philippines. You never get old and you never die.
It's like the old Italian man that I knew, where he just ate bacon and smoked filterless cigarettes, and then his doctor's like, "You got to stop doing this." And the second he stopped doing it, he keeled over dead.
It sounds like my grandfather. But that's like the energy that they get, these crackheads get. Like
we all see Tyrone Bigham. We know.
If the thing is like, if she lays down for 10 minutes, that's when she dies.
Neil Gaiman will fuck her.
That's right. That's right. There you go.
She's gonna start jerking off Neil Gaiman.
I also had to point out that the guy doing the reporter doing the story sounded like Forrest Gump. He's just, the prosecutors say that there wasn't enough evidence to convict this crackhead. Okay, take some broadcasting. Those broadcasting classes are not paying off for this guy. And I think we'll get some more of that in clip 5.
Hold on real quick before you go.
Sure.
When were these clips taken? Like how like ballpark figure, like 92?
Oh, this is after the
Ish.
crack arrest. So
That's what I'm saying. So like early mid 90s, maybe.
hard to say. I don't know.
Because like the guy who's reporting is definitely drunk then.
Yeah, right. This is when it was still acceptable to show up to your ad executive office with a 2 martini lunch.
From
You're looking it up, Joe.
91, I am.
We do our research live on the show, everybody, just so you know that it's good.
93, 94.
Well, that's because we have to do it because we're doing it 2 days after we did the last show.
I know. I really scrambled with this episode, but I'm glad it really ended up turning out. I mean, I don't want to promise too much. I'm not going to under promise and over deliver, I think.
Well, see, this does look like he had a storied career.
Yeah, there's a thing I didn't include where he went on a big racist rant against everybody in Congress. But it was just a news item that was kind of boring in the end. He was yelling at a bunch of white guys. It's fine.
This is probably his whole game was to have so much going on. Third term.
He was a man of the people.
They call him mayor for life. They in Washington, D.C. I'm telling you, people love this guy.
Yeah. 1990 was this.
90. I can't believe it's this old.
Mm-hmm.
This just, I don't know. This lives in my head rent free. Any mayor that, like a successful mayor that was on crack, Rob Ford, Marion Berry, they live in my head rent free. And
we really want to consider them both successful.
Well, it just goes to show that like your imperfections aren't really what's holding you back.
Yeah. I guess they didn't win any kind of marathon. They're not successful in that regard. Well, Rob Ford definitely
a crack marathon.
Rob Ford died young. Marion Berry lived to be pretty old. We're going to see by the end of the package that his package, he had long nuts on his package. Clip 5, Ed. What am I talking about?
Park police officials have said in the statement that they believe they had enough evidence to arrest
Mom
Barry
always said.
Prosecutors to bring a case. Barry didn't accept that and said he'd pursue more explanation from the Park Service.
The point I'm making here, that this inappropriate arrest has led to consternation, has led to embarrassment around the nation, has led to all of this, and the buck ought to be put right at this inappropriate arrest. And so I'm expressing it in deep and strong language.
That I've been embarrassed nationally. I need everybody to know that.
Yeah, it's not a national embarrassment. You are the national embarrassment. We're not. No one. The nation is not embarrassed.
Yeah, you're forgetting the thing that you should be saying at the end of that. Again.
Yeah.
Again.
Mm-hmm. A crackhead can't even jerk off in his car outside his ex-girlfriend's house anymore. What is this country coming to?
What freedom?
He really does look like John Witherspoon ran for mayor. R.I.P. I get a dog and I shake him all day long up a dog's ass.
Bang, bang, bang up the stairs. That's my
vote for Goldie Wilson for your crack smoking mayor. I wonder if Goldie Wilson was a crackhead in the alternate Back to the Future 2 timeline.
100%.
Yeah.
You can start by sweeping the floors.
Yeah. Oh, Biff probably kicked him out. He framed him. He dropped a bag of crack on him like a Dave Chappelle bit.
Mr. Carruthers fucking took his broomstick to his ass.
Right. Okay. Now this is flash forward. Marion Berry is dead and gone. And a new pizza place in Washington, D.C. opens up and is trying to... Sorry?
Pizzagate?
Yes. Yes. What is that? Red Rocket Pizza or whatever the fuck.
Ring.
Yeah. Of course, there's a new pizza place in Washington, D.C. It's where all the pedophiles store their children. That's what pizza places are for in Washington. But this place is called Amber Sand Pizza. It's called And Pizza. Okay.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like quality pizza. We're from New York. And we're not even from the good pizza part of New York. I would say that the pizza in upstate New York is passable, but it's not New York City pizza or Jersey close to New York City pizza, good pizza like that. And then you get anywhere else. I'm sorry, rest of the world. I'm sorry to say this. Pizza sucks everywhere. If you get outside of New York, where wood-fired pizza, okay, I could tolerate it. But anything that's like a Little Caesars or Papa John's or Domino, some chain thing, it's all garbage.
You leave Domino's out of your goddamn mouth.
I'll eat the shit out of some Domino's.
I will eat the shit out of Domino's. A Domino's junk pizza when you're really fucking drunk. Oh man, so good.
I agree. What do they have? The Bigfoot at some point. I think me and my freshman year roommate just split a Bigfoot at one point. But no,
yeah, man.
You're right.
A 2-liter of soda. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
I trucked over the road. I've trucked over the road. I've had fucking Domino's in a hotel room. It sucks. It's not good.
You're not wrong. To your point, once you've had good pizza, everything else is shitty. And like you said, Rochester area pizza, like it's good over there. Even the same chain, it's inconsistent. Like it might be good on the east side and it sucks on the west side or something like that. Like you just can't ever tell. And then it's like too thin. Like, oh, I paid $25 for a thin crust pizza. I'm still fucking hungry because it's fucking so thin. Like the world's going to shit. Anyway.
Well, I'm not done, Joe. I'll say that there's a place where the pizza quality gets too good. Like if you're going too authentic with it and you're just putting like sliced soft mozzarella sporadically on a bed of red sauce and with basil, that's not good either.
No.
So you have to hit that sweet spot of greasy and thin and crispy, and tell Dave Portnoy to call me. I don't know. I'll talk about pizza all day.
Yeah.
My point is, there's no way this fucking And Pizza is any fucking good, because what they're trying to do here is offer one of these dessert pizza. It's like what else can we do with dough? Let's make it a dessert as well.
Thanks a lot, fucking Pizza Hut, for putting this out into the world and making everybody out. You know what's horrible? Especially when you're getting pizza from someplace and somebody's like, let's get the fried dough. And then you fill up on a bunch of brown sugar, dough pieces that suck. It's like, why did we get this? It sucks.
Yeah, this isn't chicken wings. Fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're trying to do here is offer a different kind of menu item for children, but it's not really for children, because it's going to be a Marion Berry is a fucking crackhead themed dessert.
As you know, D.C. celebrates the former mayor's legacy. He was a civil rights pioneer, a powerful advocate for D.C.'s underserved residents, but his time in office is also tinged with scandal. He was jailed for crack cocaine possession, and it appears that And Pizza is trying to capitalize.
Okay, so you see down at the bottom and on that poster, it says Marion Berry, and it's spelled Berry as opposed to Berry, Barry. So they're trying to say, like, it's just made with a fruit. That these are the Marion berries that make it so good, and it's just a joke that it's loaded with powdered sugar. And it says blow on the bottom of the poster. These are going to blow you away. So they have all these double entendres about cocaine, which he was smoking crack. It's not even cocaine. And the whole thing, I was joking about cocaine. So.
Yeah, that's some marketing asshole's idea of a joke. And it's like, you don't even know anything about cocaine or crack.
Yeah. Who are the ad wizards that came up with this one?
Tell you what, they're not doing enough cocaine.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
That's for sure.
So let's hear exactly what this dessert is. It's going to be described like a Gordon Ramsay waiter telling you the specials.
The restaurant chain is advertising a dessert called Marion Berry Knots. They describe them as doughy knots stuffed with berries, drizzled with vanilla icing, topped with powdered sugar, and a little more powdered sugar. Critics say the repeated use of the words powdered sugar is a reference to the cocaine possession. And Pizza's website says the knots are so good they're, quote, criminal, and that they will, quote,
I mean, that's pretty funny. I think what would have been more funny, it looked like they just had powdered sugar sitting on like a glass table or something like that.
Yeah,
it would have been funny if it was like on the knot, right? Like it looked like it was, or if there was lines, if the lines were, the pile should have been on
the whole
product.
thing is served on a mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that is exactly the kind of thing they were going for there. To your point, Joe, it probably just didn't read well on film, so they had to do it on a black
It doesn't look
background.
enough like Coke.
Yeah. See, when I say powdered sugar, what I mean is wink, wink, powdered sugar. Get it? Marion Barry.
Yeah, we all get it.
Apparently, people got it too well, Joe, because people were extremely pissed off about this, and to the point where, just like Stuttering John, they start calling Marion Barry's or like ex-wife or his widow
Julie's dad.
Yeah, they're calling Julie's dad, they're calling Kate Meany's mom, and they're calling Marion Barry's widow to get her all riled up and upset about this. And anybody with pretend integrity, like a news anchor that's reporting on this, needs to take the high road here and say that this ad campaign isn't fucking hilarious. But the people that get to say it's hilarious are the people being polled by the newscast about whether it's hilarious or not. With 8.
Clearly, it was a reference to DC's former mayor, not a Berry that they're talking about.
Yeah, and there's no explanation for the use of the word criminal in the promotion of it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's clear exactly what they're talking
That's
about.
absolute trolling. All right, folks, we want to hear more from you about this controversy. What do you think? How do you feel about And Pizza using Marion Berry in a marketing campaign this way?
It looks like right now, 44% of you say poor taste, 53% of you think.
Please,
I need to cut off. Isn't 53% think it's clever? Okay.
Please keep that one guy going. It's clearly trolling or whatever. Keep that as a drop or whatever.
He's rolling his eyes like in all the directions.
Yeah, the only reason it's spelled like that is so that they don't have to give any money to his wife and family. We all know this. Because if it was spelled like his real name, they'd be going after him. Hey, that's really clever. Give us some money.
Yeah, if you had any integrity,
We gotta buy some crack.
It is.
Yeah. That is slander, and you owe me for likeness rights. Yeah. Yeah, they don't want to get...
He interviewed Marion Berry at some point.
Yeah. Will you sign my crack pipe? Sure, idiot. Okay. So now the whole community, all of BLM and DC are up in arms about this ad campaign, and they're going to force And Pizza to apologize at least once.
The And Pizza Company is taking steps to make amends for the dessert item that mocked the drug use of the late D.C. Mayor Marion Barry.
In a statement we received yesterday, the pizza chain apologized to Barry's widow, Cora Masters Barry, and to the community. With that apology, And Pizza says it promises to start an internship program for high school and HBCU students in D.C. focused on career exposure and development. They also promise to support minority-owned businesses and to continue diversity and cultural awareness training. And Pizza removed the offensive dessert from its menu last week.
Are they still in business?
Are they okay? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I wouldn't be shocked if they had gone out of business at this point. But since when is like why do they have to do all this cultural sensitivity thing? The guy was literally a fucking crackhead. They got him on camera smoking crack and doing cocaine. You can't make a joke about a guy being addicted to cocaine if it's a black guy. Because you got to take diversity training because calling a drug addict and saying that they like drugs is racist.
Andy, they have locations in Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey.
I'm looking right here. There's 6 of them in DC alone.
Can we go there? What's the closest one? I want to go and order some Marion Berry
New Jersey. Well, Pennsylvania must be the closest one to us.
Road trip remote episode.
Yeah, as somebody at And Pizza was saying,
I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit.
Yeah, if I take DEI training, will you let us go?
They're all in Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, it's the hot spot.
The ones in Jersey. There's one in Jersey City.
You should be embarrassed. New Jersey that pizza should not be in New Jersey. Get out of there.
There's one in Union. That's close.
Okay.
Yeah, man. There's 3 locations in Jersey. we gotta go.
We'll end up there one of these days.
We'll go live there and demand to see the berry knots.
Yeah, I'm here for the berry nuts.
We renamed them.
And I'd like the topping. I'd like it with extra topping.
Yeah. What should they change the name to? What's another famous degenerate drug addict?
The Whitney Houston nuts.
Yeah. They come in a bathtub, a mini bathtub full of berry sauce. Yeah, good one.
Bathtub full of berries. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, just when you think that they've bent the knee and like whatever begged for forgiveness enough, one apology is not enough. We got to come roaring back for a second apology from And Pizza.
We have an update tonight. And Pizza is
An
apologizing.
Udpate? What that was? Did you see that shit? It was spelled wrong.
Start it over, please. I missed it.
Fucking idiots.
There was a misspell. Where is it? Like on the graphic?
Udpate. There's an Udpate.
What do I work there? That's a mistake I would make.
Is it a professional news organization or not?
Holy shit! We got to steal that.
They're talking about fucking garlic knots. No, they're not a fucking serious news outlet.
This is amazing. I want this needs to be a bumper for our show.
I didn't know Yelp.
Unpaid.
I didn't know Yelp had a news channel.
Amazing.
And Pizza is apologizing once again for its marketing campaign around its Marion Berry dessert. The chain's CEO met with
Is that fucking Stofers?
Addressing concerns and new initiatives.
Now, all these local heroes that I told you Marion Barry's beloved, these people are going to come out of the woodwork to go to bat for him pretty much in the dumbest way possible.
Made plenty of jokes on Marion Berry. It didn't have to be about crap.
And Pizza's campaign for Marion Berry nuts angered many Washingtonians last week with its focus on drug references and innuendos, making fun of the Mayor for Life's drug use in 1990.
Not in D.C. Not in D.C.
The Not in D.C. coalition formed and launched a boycott.
Give it to the homeless guy.
Apologized
2 days later.
A group of good people came together to use their voice to address something that the majority of the community thought.
Whatever. But the best part of that is the fucking idiot throwing them in the garbage. Yelling like, look at what a clever point I'm making. Hi, And Pizza, I'd like to order 8 dozen of your knots. Okay, I'm just gonna throw them in the garbage over here, and then Vito is gonna come out of the back door of And Pizza, put them all back in a box, and sell them to you again tomorrow. What a fucking idiot.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're like $25 for like 7 of them. Fucking tard farms.
I gotta go burn all of my Bills jerseys because they didn't make it to the Super Bowl this year. Just throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Make sure you buy season tickets and then burn them. And the fucking show. You'll show them.
You know what, Joe? That crazy homeless woman changed my mind. I think And Pizza is in the wrong for trying to sell me a delicious treat named after a
She's like, not
notorious
in DC,
crackhead.
not in DC, not in DC. And somebody from And Pizza comes out and he's just like, with multiple locations in Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey.
Yeah. Yep. Not in DC, but in a car out in front of your ex-girlfriend's house.
Well, I mean, there are only 6 locations in DC.
Only. But DC's not that big.
Yeah. It's almost like it doesn't even make
Like
sense.
it's the only pizza place there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have to come up with different famous drug addicts in the other states that they sell, or are they only selling the Marion Berry knots in DC?
No, I'm hoping they still sell the berry knots everywhere except for DC.
They're selling Rick James cola there too.
Ooh.
In Toronto, you can buy a Ford that is just it's painted like cocaine on the front in the name of Rob Ford.
The racing stripes look like lines of coke.
Yeah. You gotta lean into that kind of branding.
How the fuck does that not exist?
A cocaine racing stripe on a car?
2 lines across the car look like coke.
Oh,
how have I
It's
never seen that?
never 2 lines. It's always 3 or more.
Then what are you talking about?
When you do
Oh,
coke.
you mean for coke?
Yeah, you could do a 3-liner. Patent pending. I'm skinning my car with cocaine lines.
Somebody get a vinyl shop on the line for me.
Yeah. Forget my Team Neil t-shirt. Get me the cocaine paint job.
Yeah.
Okay. We actually do get a legit apology out of Marion Barry. It probably took 40 years because he looks like he's going to drop dead on Oprah Winfrey's show, but he does issue an apology here.
You say now you identify with the fallen. So when you see Rob Ford, the mayor of Toronto, or
Pimp.
Anthony Weiner, or somebody else going through
Pimp.
some kind of scandal, you feel what?
I don't identify with what they do.
Yep.
But I identify the feeling you have after you've done it.
Yeah.
It's an awful feeling. Your friends leave you. People want to speak to you, want to talk to you, want to return your phone calls, etc.
Yep.
I learned from it. I apologize to my wife, Effie. I apologize to my son. And this is a miracle. A miracle believes in second chances. I believe in second chances. You do.
Yeah.
Or third terms.
Yeah. But this is just so fun. J-O-B. You're getting a job. It's just like that.
You better put some water on that damn shit.
He's just like, your friends stop calling you. Well, they stop calling you on the phone, but they keep calling you a burned out drug addict piece of shit behind your back. And your mom is embarrassed by you.
Why you being mad, bro?
Why you bringing up old shit?
If you're on the dream team of degenerate crackhead politicians like Rob Ford and Anthony Weiner, your friends stop calling you.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody loves him. All those residents of DC, nobody has a bad thing to say about him locally. Unlike New York politicians, we just hate everybody here.
As I was looking for the date that happened or whatever, like it was like I think he earned a lot of credit in the civil rights movement, like early in life, and so it was like almost he was bulletproof, like he could do no wrong.
Yeah, I did wrong, but nobody held me to it.
Yeah,
because of the good work I did in the 70s.
See, Andy, your reference for history was written by the white man, okay? And you're not recognizing the good things that Marion Berry did for the community.
Yeah.
Slow down, Joe. You need to really slow down.
No, I'm serious. This is like this is my Michael Vick defense of Marion Berry, both sons of Virginia.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Don't get me wrong. I love the idea of Marion Berry. I think the story is fantastic and it makes me giggle. It's the same reason I love Rob Ford. But in this interview, when he's talking,
yeah,
the dude is To the day he died.
He's nodding off on that pedestal you've put him up on.
That's right.
Listen, you spend your whole life fighting for civil rights, and you smoke one crack rock. You're just known as a crackhead for the rest of your life, the rest of the history. You know, I mean, that's that. I mean, and that really is what it boils down to. Like, with the whole thing is like, that's why the Black community is like so throwing knots into a garbage can over it. It's just like, okay, we're just gonna. This is what he's forever known for now.
But they missed their opportunity to change the narrative. He could have become known as a delicious dessert.
Yeah.
And now he's just back to being known as a crackhead mayor of DC.
What they should have done is like made it the best selling dessert that ever came out from And Pizza.
Exactly.
It's like it's a bestseller.
Yeah.
He lives in infamy. Or for me, whatever it is.
He lives in me as a dessert.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so that's Marion Barry, everybody. But we're not done yet. We have
the only thing more addictive than
nonsense to get to.
the only thing more addictive than crack is JNO, and man, okay. So for this topic, what did we cover Guy Tang on a bonus episode? I don't think we did an official Guy Tang. My algorithm is full of shitty music by people who are just like, hey, these are like people who are writing books and they're self-publishing, right? They're like, I'm a Instagram pop star now. So JNO is
His algorithm is like the paperclip is popping up and going, it looks like you like gender fluid weirdos. Do you need help with that?
Yeah, it has. My algorithm has recovered recently. I started watching more hockey. And,
I was so mad. I was so mad at you when these two dildos started showing up in my algorithm. I looked it up like once, and then I got inundated with it.
Okay, the link, the first link. So just to set the stage here, I'm scrolling through Instagram and the just for fun link pops up and I go, what the fuck is this? So this is my first link here.
Looks like a child.
Just for fun. Let's not mix things up. Once in the club, I'm already turned up like a burning sensation. It was just for fun.
So wait, pause it when he comes in dancing. Okay, here.
Disco finger?
Yeah, this is P.O. Mal. Okay, J&O. Look at J&O in the back there. He's just like, what is this asshole doing? And it might be hard for people to read. Can you read some of the comments here?
Oh my God.
I think it's the third one
Put
down.
a gun in your mouth. I want to die.
No, you don't have to make it up.
What you do for fun?
Okay, that's him.
He just had his first burning sensation.
Okay.
P.O. hiding a bag of snow. And he ain't sharing.
Oh, okay. It must be the other one.
Does he brush with cat piss?
So this comes in. I'm like, I'm baffled. I'm just like, this looks like.
This is your first introduction to these two?
This is my first introduction. Now, in the background, you can see there's a group of what looks like the triad mafioso in the background.
It looks like three size waiting to go Gangnam Style on these guys.
Right. So I see this and I'm like, this looks like a white Irish piece of shit went to Thailand to fuck up some lady boys. And they're like, while you're here, would you like to start a pop career as well? Because we offer that service too. And
but wait, I can't sing worth a shit. That's okay. You're in.
So the other part. So this is Patrick O'Malley in the front, or AKA P. O'Mal.
Wait, which is that the the slightly Asian looking guy?
No, the slightly
Patrick
Asian guy.
O'Malley?
No, J and that's
Is it the-
J and O. J
Is
and
it the
O.
guy with the red hair that looks like a human potato?
That's
Oh, now I get it.
P. O'Malley is the Irish guy. Yes, Patrick O'Malley, and Joshua Nathan Ortiza or something like that. I'm getting it wrong, I'm sure, but they're just initials. Their names are as uncreative as their music, basically. So J&O is the musical. He's writing the music. This is his gig, and he's just like, I need somebody to like, set me apart. And he brings in
he
P.O.
needs
Mal.
money. He needs money. I can only assume that he's extorting money from P.O. Mail, like to fund this.
Oh, okay. So that's the other part of this. These guys are like, I don't know, forever enrolled in college. They are in their mid 20s. They should have graduated by now. Like, I can't imagine they're trying to get like master. I think they're still trying to get a 4-year degree. And I think they met each other in like, and I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure they said that they met in like the men's room at a community college.
Yeah,
But
that story
I don't
checks
know.
out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're like, we
Just
need
by the
to,
dance moves.
they're like, we need to.
No, J&O is in the left stall with the glory hole, and P.O.Mel is in the right stall with the glory hole, and they're looking at through the middle stall at each other, and they decide to start a band.
Somebody gonna stick a dick through here or what?
Yeah.
So what the next one is the one that I have on the drop board, and this has to be played as well, just so there's always a salute or something going on. There's always some type of dip out in this. This is their other hit single, Not Over It.
Now my heart and soul turn into bits, and I'm still not over it. I'm just not over it. I'm just not over
Remix.
So I'm pretty. I don't know. What are these comments, Ed? Can you read these comments for us? Did you try?
Did you try long distance? How did they all find each other? What have I done to my algorithm?
Is that me?
Yeah, no.
I thought that might be me.
Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so
Okay.
bad.
So the music is how I found these guys. Spoiler alert. They also have a podcast.
Oh yeah, I want to check this out.
So in the first
So do you
clip here-
guys. What's the point?
So their
I just need
podcast is
something.
like,
I need something worse than our show to point at and laugh.
their podcast is usually only 15 to 20 minutes long because they're just like they come with nothing, and they're just like, so what did you do today? And it's absolutely ridiculous, but they're also trying to start a music career, so we get this right off the bat in clip 1.
I don't want to do it.
You do it. You're fired.
no reply, chasing the reason why it's my life.
That's P.O. Mal doing the drums with his mouth. He's beatboxing.
Why do I even try?
I told you I didn't want to do it.
All right, so we're trying to freaking,
Can you
get
imagine
this
if
music thing off the ground here?
they're like kicking it on a stoop in Philly, and then they look over and Boyz II Men is over there just laughing at that. They're like, really, guys, come on. You're embarrassing yourselves over there.
They're just like, keep your chin up, P.O. Mal.
I
So
mean, it looks like you guys are having fun.
it looks like you guys had a
A
lot
nice
of
way
fun
to
out there.
say this sucks.
So, but this is just temporary because P.O. Mal has some big aspirations in life in clip 2.
Dream big.
Ambition wise, if I really want to go all out and crazy, I really want to create my first film score. I always loved the film scores and always loved telling stories through songs.
Nice. That's tight.
But otherwise, for music career goals, if I really want to get there, I need to make a goddamn single, man.
We're gonna get there, man.
Hell
Because
yeah.
everyone knows I produce.
I also told you gotta play Jean Valjean, man.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
do it.
That's true. I'll give it that. Yeah.
You make a great Jean Valjean.
Jean Valjean is Hugh Jackman in Les Miserables in the movie. It's a Les Mis role.
Oh my god. He looks like he should be playing the critic, like John Lovitz. Young John Lovitz is what he needs to be playing.
Right. So
this fall, after Young Rock and Young Sheldon, it's Young John Lovitz starring P.O. Mal, whose aspirations include becoming a composer and getting a bear hat, just like the guy next to him.
Yeah, that guy goes on to tell a story about how he ran into Billy Joe Armstrong at a guitar shop, and that's like the big story of the
Everybody does.
episode.
My wife did the same thing. She's not trying to start a music career.
She didn't start a podcast to tell the story.
No.
So I think what we've illustrated here is that this is clearly any attention they're getting online is,
meager and pathetic.
No, like purely like ironic, like they're just like, ooh,
This-
P.O. Mal is the greatest, like
He's the
smooth-
Tom Myers of singing.
Yeah. But so they do get a lot of attention. They're in the Bay Area. And so I think the disease of J&O and P.O. Mal has not reached across the country yet. I'm trying to bring it to the East Coast. And so everybody goes on and they're like, P.O. Mal brushes his teeth with cat piss. He's a fat piece of shit, whatever they're, saying about him. It's just like,
up. He's got a broke dick.
So everybody's like, this is trash, but I'm going to say it's the fucking greatest thing I ever saw on Instagram. And that's what happens. They get like tons of fucking comments and shit. And everyone's like, P.O. Mal's the best. But hold on, because J&O is not going to just hitch his wagon to P.O. Mal. It's not the P.O. Mal show. J&O's got a deep bench of losers. All those people that are standing behind him that looks like the posse run is deep. He's rolling deep. They're all special needs people.
Wait, those guys don't hang with P.O. Mal. That's not his normal social group. You couldn't have sold me on that. I don't believe it.
Yeah. So if P.O. Mal is not available and J&O needs to do a podcast, he's going to tap his boy Jordy. Let's meet Jordy in clip 3.
But we're up in here once again with Jordy, the GOAT. And one thing I want to talk about with you too, because people always wonder, like, do you guys like read all the comments? Some of us do read all the comments. I don't know if you read all of them or not. I read mostly the top comments.
I read the bottom comment.
Oh, well, there we go. Well, what I mean by top for me is like the one that gets the most attention, meaning like top comments, meaning the ones that get a lot of likes and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really like read every single comment because we get like hundreds of comments every day, but people really, really like Jordy.
Yeah.
You're the GOAT. The GOAT. P.O. Mal's got some competition.
Yeah. P.O. Mal is not stealing all the fucking attention from J&O, okay? We've got Jordy here, who's the fucking GOAT. Andy, I had to break it to you. Jordy's the GOAT.
Yeah,
not
obviously.
you.
Obviously.
Ed.
Why have we decided that we're just going to feature autistic people on this show now?
Because I love it.
I've come to the conclusion that J&O and P.O. Mal are just orderlies at some kind of like assisted living home, and they're interviewing the people that they work with.
No. P.O. Mal lives in that home.
Yeah, J&O.
He ain't right. There's something wrong there.
So I feel like if you're the GOAT, you would know what the top comments means. And I also feel like if you're the GOAT, you would know what a hype man is in clip 4.
Everyone said like Jordy's J&O's what do you call it? What do you call it in the music industry when you throw like somebody in kind of like a setup or whatever, like If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, like when you like pay somebody and then they're just in, but really they were like supported. You know, just no one said anything about it. But like, no, Jordy's Jordy.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing, truly magical.
Yeah,
He's
this
doing-
is just
It's really hard to do the heavy lifting on this podcast when you're as fat as Jordy. You know, he's throwing his back out, trying to carry this show.
this show is 15 minutes long, and most of it is J&O just talking about how they have new lavalier microphones, and so it sounds better. And so he's just like, truly magical, nice, it's great. And he's just like plosiving and just over pronunciating shit the entire time with nothing to say. But
I guess at least Jordy keeps his mouth shut and doesn't do that.
oh no, J&O won't let that happen. These conversations get deep, and J&O is going to really force Jordy out of his comfort zone and be like, "Will you fucking say something? I can't just talk endlessly for 15 minutes. Please speak." In clip 5.
Or do you have any questions for me?
No.
No. Okay. Well, I'll ask you a question. What's it like being back in Cali now?
Cold weather and pretty much that's it.
Besides that, was there anything else you missed about Cali though?
I miss the weather.
Yeah.
Because in Hawaii, it's always hot.
It's usually pretty humid out there, in my experience. Or does it feel like hot and dry out there?
Hot and humid.
It's like, I mean, when you're mostly out there, you're probably wearing shorts for the most time. Did you ever wear pants that often?
Yeah.
It's hot and humid. Did you ever wear pants? Who gives a shit?
Let's go over what kind of garment you wore at each temperature of every temperature ever. So 82 degrees. What's your pant choice? All right, 83. Same or different?
It's 15-minute long podcast of J&O like pulling teeth to try and get this guy to say anything about the most fucking banal of topics. And it's just like, do you like shorts?
Meanwhile, you're trying to tell me that he's the goat of what? Autism?
Yeah.
You couldn't tell you even if you said this guy is the clown in Slipknot. I still wouldn't be like, oh, amazing! Like he's
Truly
the goat
magical.
after this interview.
Yeah. So J&O makes Jordy do all the heavy lifting in this 15-minute podcast in clip 6.
I moved to Hawaii back in 2017. My junior year of high school. There was just a sudden move. We wanted to be closer with family, so we did. Me and my mom. And kind of left some friends behind, but I eventually made new ones. Then I decided to move back to California. And then I met J&O.
Great story.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you do out there in California? Nothing.
Yeah. I met
This
J&O.
right here should be the reason that people start subscribing to the video, because without the video, it doesn't do it justice with what you're listening to.
Oh yeah.
I just
I mean, I think
I can't believe it.
I think he's bloated from taking some type of medication, SSRIs or something.
Man, it's about to pass the fuck out too. It's why this is wow.
I told you.
Wow.
I told her I'd get you to sleep tonight. With the music will keep you up, but Jordy's gonna put you right to fucking sleep.
Fuck.
But you know what? He does have a dramatic story to tell people for our last clip here.
What are things that you like to do that you missed that weren't in Hawaii?
I think the most part was I missed my best friend, but he recently left my life. We just didn't get along. We got into a few arguments, and he decided to cut ties with me. But I'm doing better.
Yeah.
Without him in my life.
Arguments about what flavor of pudding is the best? What are you talking about?
I missed my best friend. Oh, me and JNO? No, not you. I like somebody way better than you. Oh, PO male? Yes.
I cut it out when JNO does like try and save him. He's just like, I'm your best friend.
Yeah.
He does. That's what happens.
No, you are not my best friend in Hawaii. I met him in line at Lego store.
And so once again, they just rebrand this shit over and over and over again. And the podcast, like it's on YouTube. The podcast's on YouTube. Like that's episode 54, I think, or something like that. And I'm not sure it's even the most current. There's a deep catalog that we can dive into.
So obviously,
Jordy-thon.
Obviously, an hour per video is way too long.
I don't know. 10 minutes was too long.
They can't do.
God damn.
Honestly, like they can't even fill 15 minutes, and it's just like, and it's JNO like promoting the music like all the time. Like he does have like a new song. So Over This is the new one.
He finally got over it.
Yeah,
He's
just not over it.
So Over It.
Yeah, Not Over It was such a hit that he did a follow-up called So Over This. And
I gotta hear
I urge everybody to go check it out. It's great.
Terrific.
Joe, are you on their payroll?
Yep.
Joe's a PR guy for he does A&R and PR for JNO and PO Mail.
It's funny. He's drinking the water in there, and he's obsessed with the lavalier microphones. He's just like a little SMR slurping, and he's like, "I hope you guys all like the sound of me drinking water." It's like, no one gives a fuck.
Did he really do that? He said that?
Oh yeah.
Fuck you, dude. I don't like that shit.
I mean, I knew you were going to come with like half a show, but I mean, I could have clipped up the whole thing. I could have, like, everything's a clip.
I knew you were going to phone it in, so no, that's great. It was a perfect roundup. But the first time you brought this to me, and it was just the song, I didn't get it. I was wondering why you were playing it. It wasn't until after the show that I realized that these guys are so stupid. It's hilarious. But these clips of this podcast, I definitely need more of. I might need to bring this to WATP, but I kind of want to keep it for us. Maybe we just keep it to ourselves. But I think I'm going to try and feature some of these better segments over on WATP.
We should make it
come over here and check out Neil Gaiman and PO Mail.
Yeah, maybe it becomes our Patreon content, because we could go deep. We'll see. I'll see if there's any.
I still think watching Naked and Afraid with New Girl and letting her rate dicks is a better idea.
Is that a show?
Yeah, or Naked Attraction. Have you heard of it?
No, I mean, yeah. I have.
Didn't we talk about this when she was on?
Yeah,
it's just crazy. It's an insane dating show.
Mm-hmm. I do think we should find out if Jordy ever got an apology from his best friend who's no longer in his life.
I know. Will cliffhanger everybody? Will we ever find out if
Jordy ever be over it?
Back? Or did it sound more like this?
I apologize.
Shut the fuck up!
And Jordy's like,
now my heart and soul turn into bits, and I'm still not over it.
Dear God. Well, Joe, what do you think? What about Marion Berry? What about And Pizza? Does And Pizza need to apologize to the late Marion Berry's widow?
Yeah, it was pretty disrespectful to a crackhead. I don't know, like somebody who was very influential to the city, probably, and was struggling with drug addiction. I don't give a fuck. Who cares?
Civil rights representative.
Give me the knots. I don't care. Just throw the fucking sugar on it. It's all garbage. It's all poison. Who cares?
Yeah.
Whether it's crack or powdered sugar.
The food sucks. The people that eat it suck. The mayor sucks.
The people who make it suck.
And the CEO of And Pizza is still bending over backwards, going,
I'll eat the shit. I don't care. Don't cry, please. I'll eat the entire hunk of shit.
the shit
Fred
being
Armisen
Marion
sounds
Berry
like-
knots.
Fred Armisen sounds like Jordy in that clip.
Yeah. Okay, so they apologized multiple times. Marion Berry apologizing to his wife on Oprah. Is Marion Berry regretful at all that he smoked crack? I think he's mad that he got caught. Probably that's the only thing he regrets, right?
Yeah. I think that's accurate.
Yeah, I think he. Let's see if this drop works.
I think that's the best that's ever sounded, actually.
Yeah, I know. I think that I agree with you on that, Andy. When it comes to Marion Barry, I think the thing that he is really sorry about is it's not banging hookers, it's not getting stoned to the bejesus. It's I got caught. I got set up by that bitch. That bitch set me up. That's what.
How dare the police arrest me for stalking my?
I'm the goddamn mayor, you son of a bitch. You know?
I'm above the law. I'm Marion Berry.
I don't even.
Activist.
I think that's true, but I also think it's you know who owes me an apology? All the people that abandoned me, the people that I found out who my friends really are. You know, when you smoke crack and get caught,
that are not
you really know.
crackheads.
You really find out who your friends are when you smoke crack
It's true.
and get and
Crackheads.
bang hookers.
The crack is your friend. The crack is the only friend you'll ever need.
Yep.
So say no to drugs, kids. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for checking this out. I want to beg everybody to follow us on Instagram and go subscribe on the YouTube channel. I promise I'm going to start. I didn't deliver an Impossible Burger this week because we did the episode so close together. But you can check out the latest one over on WATP, episode 600, where we will be taking the show on the road to Hackamania May 9th through the 11th. Use promo code NLO or, Joe got rid of his promo code COME subheading over there. I saw that.
Yeah.
So any of those codes, use Kaylee, promo code CREEP, promo code WATP if you want to come
Andy.
chill in Vegas with me.
I cannot urge people enough to go check out the Neil Gaiman
Patreon
episode 6, part 2.
I should tell people you could buy the episodes one off too. We had somebody that went and bought somebody one off bought the Halloweener 2 with New Girl and Lucy Tightbox. So if
Our
you want
Diddy
to
party.
Yeah, the Diddy White Halloween party where we checked out all of New Girl's former Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
And several of mine as well.
Worth checking out.
Yeah, but so a lot of those episodes you could just buy one and see if you like it, or you could subscribe for $5 and you get the bonus content on Monday night. And if you subscribe for 10, you get all the content for the week, the Monday show, the Wednesday show, all on Sunday night. And we're going to try and start featuring some other things on there. So there's, if the $10 tier, there's some content in between the two episodes. We record that. So there's a lot of bloopers and side conversations, and we watch some
PO mail in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to sell it a little bit. We did a lighter episode, so we can backfill this episode with a pitch for everything that you get when you start checking out the show. But I want to thank Fat Edsy. I want to thank Joe Sixpack for doing all the great clips on Master and showing up with P.O. Mail, my new favorite podcast. I'm definitely checking out that podcast. Everybody, I got a feeling it's a lot of like Lisa and Helga vibes going on over there for a younger generation.
So the guy in the bear hat, like there's other dudes like that too, like the other background. It's a cast of characters over there. There's plenty to check out.
Yeah. So go check it out, or wait for us to check it out. And for Ed, for Joe, I'm Trucker Andy. Say,
stay sorry.